Yo, I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
America, KKK, land of the good, smokers, home of the slaves. And I'm just trying to be great. Tell me, how can I live with this drama every day? I'm a light, I'm a beam in this darkness. It seems that real life is a nightmare. Can I live my dreams on this earth? Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny bigger than the fake shit that's disguised as what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that be the death of me. As of late, since we've been hypnotized since elementary, thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Healers, teachers, deities, not all of them were kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All the roots connected, always more to learn that you know. Don't let the shit go over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin. Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin.
Yo.
Can I live?
They say my rhymes cause too much excitement. Ride incitement, shit, well there's no indictments when my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blinded. So we beef with each other, our brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, low nigga. I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from marching, begging for portions. Niggas ain't signing no parchments, big payback. You crackers got red in your margins. Why? They broke every treaty, slaughtered the buffalo, and then they set fire to teepees. They carved their face in mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they gave us syphilis at Tuskegee. We been getting robbed, yeah, we're the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't wanna give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stayed defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
Shit. Hey, I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my you ma fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I'm up with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitching the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't use some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some way. I would never take up as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, YAHANNA, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' scratch from yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun for the slide. The real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. Kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got 9s, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, YAHANNA, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me like?
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nominee a domino. So what you suck trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance. One West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group fines for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been the stopper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing up Patron, a premium of vodka. I put distinctions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat song, none of them can get to the fire. But ran with me, and I had them niggas spin like a tire. But down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Do you need a loan for your business? Well, if you've been around for more than a year, I'm about to show you how to get up to $3 million.
You think it like that. Now run the hood like you tough food.
All my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me. You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that, cause niggas get killed like that.
Niggas ain't built like that. Let's clap it up, Israel. Clap it up for Yahawashi Mashiach, who we ignorantly call Christ. Let's clap it up for Commander General YAHANNA, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, all the troopers, and the sisters, and the young men. With the ISUPK coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commander General YAHANNA. And since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true children of the Bible. I'm your priest and officer, Yash Allah. You know what I'm saying? Holding down this Elizabeth class, priest and officer 500 of Dunya. You know what I mean? And, you know, America's not our home, people. That's today's topic. You know what I mean? As usual, you know, I got videos and articles and clips to show that this is what happens to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because we're not in our native home. And as a Judite and a black man in America, right? What I don't understand is how my people can't see that this isn't our home. How they can't, I mean, everything is being done in plain view now with no filter. So what fathoms me is I can't see how we don't see, and it's right in front of your face. Like, I don't understand how you can't see the oppression. I don't understand how you can't see how we're being treated. I don't understand how you can't see the conditions that we're being put in and how we contribute to keep ourselves down in these conditions. It behooves me. Shout out to the sister in the chat that's joined the class. Ain't seen you in a while. Welcome back, sis. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Thib Bashim Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? And if your Ottawa is in the chat, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're doing the daggone thing out here. You know how we do. It's Jersey, man. We out here. We outside. We live in the trenches. We living through the oppression. The only difference is being in the ISUPK, we endure to the end and we fight. We don't physically fight. We're not out here starting trouble, raising hell and what have you. What we're doing is, this is more of a spiritual battle. You understand? This battle is being fought on the front lines of the spirit, because it's not just us fighting against oppression. This is us fighting against not just the enemy. This is us fighting against ourselves, because we are our own worst enemy, Israel. We are our own worst enemy. And when I say that, it's because think about when you was in the world before you Shalakia. Remember when you was in the world before you came into the truth, right? For those that if that I'm speaking on, if it don't apply, let it fly. But when you was in the world and you was smoking, getting high, popping pills, smoking dust, whatever it was that you was doing, right? Think about the initial fight that it took for you to not smoke anymore. Think about the initial fight and the sacrifice and the struggling it took for you to tell yourself no, and to keep telling yourself no. Because it wasn't just no, oh, you fight for 30 days and your system's clean. No, this was a constant, never-ending war with yourself. Because if you told yourself no with the drugs, that means you had to tell yourself no with the cigarettes. You had to tell yourself no with the black mouse. You had to tell yourself no with the vapes. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you had to tell yourself no across the board. And that's something that we're not accustomed nor used to doing, because we don't know how to tell ourselves no. Because we're so used to pleasing our goddamn flesh that we always say yes. We say yes to everything, especially when it came to you. So what? She was a whore. Everybody around town kept saying it was good. Now it's like you looking like, damn, I got now, I ain't got next. Yeah, it's my turn now. Nah, you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if for those that know, it was a group called TLC, and they made a song called "Don't Go Chase the Waterfalls." Right now, the moral of that song was, don't go chasing behind something you got no. Oh, the moral to the song was, don't go chasing behind something you got no business chasing behind. Don't go chasing no chick because everybody in town done had her. You're going to catch something you don't want and something you can't get rid of. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for the women. Stop chasing after these men that's taken if you have no intentions of being with that man. You understand? Now, don't get me wrong. It's lawful to have more than one wife. But what is not lawful is to have more than one husband. These sisters got the game backwards. They got it twisted. And the problem with that is they got such a masculine spirit on them that they want to usurp authority of the man and act like men. But that all contributes to America not being our home, because we are all oppressed. We are so oppressed to the point that the oppressor got our sisters believing whatever the hell they want to tell them. Because as long as they giving them government assistance, as long as they giving them food stamps, as long as they giving them child support, they're going to listen to whatever their daddy going to tell them. Because instead of calling me daddy, you got the white man as your daddy now. Because he's giving the okay for you to get Section 8. So you ain't got to do nothing with yourself. You can't get Section 8 if you're making a certain amount of money. Now you got to work under the table just to keep the money that you is stacking up. You get what I'm saying? In order for his assistance, it has to be a price to be paid. You know what I'm saying? You want to cross the bridge, you got to pay the toll. It's just that simple. The only thing is you getting in bed with the enemy or not. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? The oppressor is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. I just need my people to keep that in mind. Like, we as a people, we're stubborn, we're stiff-necked, we're hard-headed, we don't want to listen, and we do what we feel we want to do. And this is why the oppressor controls the masses of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because of that backwards ass thought process or way of thinking. Because we're all subject to it at some point or some shape or fashion, even if we figure it out, so to speak. I say that term loosely. We're not applying it the way we're supposed to. We're not going to the ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA. No, we're sitting there thinking we could do this by ourselves. No, the hell we can't. Because if we could, then we'd been good. You understand? You know, if we go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. It's a lot here. Matter of fact, let me go to it. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Oppression can cause depression, which can cause death. Right? Oppression can drive us to alcoholism, being a drunkard. Oppression can lead us to going even harder with getting high or smoking weed and smoking cigarettes and smoking black and miles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oppression can make us a wise man mad. Now, if oppression doesn't make you mad as a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man in America, then what will? I'm being realistic here. Let's think about that for a minute. Let's unpack that. If you working a 9 to 5, right? And you doing Uber in the spare time. You got a second job. Let's say you work at from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, right? Then you working from 7 p.m. to, let's say, 2 in the morning. Then from there you doing Uber in your off time. Like, you stretching yourself out thin. And then what makes it bad is you're not getting proper rest. You're not taking proper care of yourself. And at the end of the day, yeah, your bills is being paid for the most part, but you still broke. That's the part that really gets me, because you could be putting in all this work, making all this bread, and you might be able to, after paying tithes and pay your bills, you might be able to tuck maybe a good $20 to the side. It's all right. And I'm going to tell you why. Something my grandfather told me. If you put $20 up a week, just keep doing it. And then forget about it after you do it. After a year of stacking it, you're going to have a nice little hunk of change in that stash. Because if you put $20 a week up every month, that's $80. 80 times 2, that's 160. and you do that every 2 months. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get to a year, you're gonna have over $1,000. You're gonna start getting in that repetition and that habit of saving a few, tucking a few dollars here and there. Because a few dollars here and there, them drops in the bucket add up over time. You give yourself a 3-year plan to stack your bread up like that, and watch how much money you'll have at the end of that. You can do what you want with that. You can take a vacation. You can pay bills. You can do whatever you choose. But the point of the matter is you learn how to save. But being in lawless America, it's difficult to save your dollars because everything is up. Gas is up. Everything is up at Walmart. Even the most reasonable places where you can bargain shop to get the bare essentials for yourself, it costs. And then the numbers is up. They running it up on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy, Israel. We are oppressed and got what's the word I'm looking for? We got not lackadaisical. We got complacent with being oppressed because it's been so normalized that we overlook it like it's not like it's a light thing, like being oppressed isn't heavy. You understand? Like, we're so oppressed to the point where now it's like, whatever. It's part of regular everyday life, regular everyday struggle. That's just what it is. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. Sisters, that's Section 8, that alimony, that welfare assistance and all of that is a gift from your white daddy, the devil, the oppressor, to make sure you stay compliant and in pocket with whatever he does or says. You don't want to listen to your own man, your own husband, your own father, but you're willing to be a yes woman to the white man, though. He tell you jump, Judy, and you say, how high, daddy? But yet you got a brother that's at home willing to take care of you and, basically spoil you rotten, and you want to give him hell. How dare you? But again, I don't fully blame the sisters, but at the same time, they have to learn how to take some accountability. Because even though we're in lawless America, they still have to take some accountability. No matter how you cut and slice it. Let me see what articles I got up, queued up. Let's see. Now, I'm talking about the topic is lawless America, but also keep in mind, Israel, we're in the month of February, which happens to be considered Black History Month. So, every day for class, I got something lined up to bring out for our people to show how amazing we are as usual, but it doesn't get voiced enough for us to pay attention.
We keep asking, why do black men hang on corners? Why do black men lack direction? Well, if you ask this question, you answer the question 18 to 30 years too late. It is not a conspiracy to destroy black men. It's a conspiracy to destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Now I can look around the room and tell you where are they. If they are not available to black women, where are they? Call the roll. In jail, there are 329,000 brothers in prison right now. 1 of every 4 brothers will go to prison. Where else? Or death. There's numerous ways that we die. There's homicide, suicide, drugs, war, high blood pressure, and the leading killer among black men, lung cancer. Our love for cigarettes, especially cool. Smoke them all day long, die the exact same way. Cool. Where else? We have prison, death. What else to make us unavailable to black women? Yes, homosexuality. As you said earlier, 1 of every 9 men in this country are homosexual. Where else? Yes.
Hospitalized, institutionalized.
Okay, so institutionalization, and there's not only in terms of hospitals, but also mental institutions. And of course, when they get released, many times being homeless. There's still one other large popular area, Thimby,
They marry white women.
Okay, interracial marriages. Now I want to pause there for a moment, because you would think if anybody is going to marry outside the race, it would be black women. You got 2 black women for every 1 black man. But as Finney pointed out, it's exactly the opposite. There are 164,000 interracial marriages, of which 116,000 are brothers. That means 48,000 sisters. It's almost a 2-to-1 ratio of black men to black women marrying outside the race. But remember, as you said in the earlier workshop, if the definition of beauty is light skin, long hair, and blue eyes, why stop with Renee, the light-skinned sister? Why not get you the real thing? Got some serious problems here. And then black men tell me, I can't find a black woman to understand me. You mean out of 20 million black women, you can't find one to understand you? You don't need a white woman, you need a psychiatrist.
What that brother brought out is so heavy, because he's right. You know, we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't need to look outside of the 12 tribes of Israel when we got perfectly fine and beautiful black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women right here within our nations. Oh my. You understand? Like, our black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman is so beautiful. You understand? Like, one second, Israel. Let me show y'all something. Let me share something with y'all, Israel. I don't think y'all paying attention. Our women are freaking gorgeous. Look at these women. Beautiful black and Hispanic women. Simply gorgeous. Look at this. Especially Lala, her little sexy self. Jesus. And it's like it's like a fine wine. They just get better with age. You understand? Like Megan Good ain't no spring chicken no more. But let me tell you something about Megan Good. Megan Good is one of the finest black actresses in Hollywood. And look at this beautiful Latina. You understand? Look at these beautiful women here. Who lied and said our black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women ain't beautiful? Huh? Somebody lied to us. Somebody lied to us and said they do not look good. I don't know who lied to them. Our black and Hispanic women look freaking gorgeous. And our sisters need to take more pride and embrace their beauty, especially their natural beauty. Good God Almighty. Look at that natural beauty. Salakia. They don't got those dumbass eyelashes. No need for weaving extensions. The naturalness is just beautiful. Look at this. All flavors of the 12 tribes of Israel. All beautiful shapes and sizes of the 12 tribes of Israel. Good God Almighty. Our sisters are so beautiful. But you know what? They want to take on another one, Zoe Saldana, Jesus. And you know the problem, Israel, our sisters don't want to embrace the beauty that they are. You understand? They don't want to They don't want to embrace that beauty of theirs. Slovakia. They just don't want to embrace that beauty, man. My sisters, and again, this comes from being constantly oppressed by the devil, being oppressed by this system, being oppressed by this country and the rules that we have to follow, being oppressed. Like let's look at it like this, right? We got Black and Hispanic women want to look and take on the part of white women. In today's society, we got white women that want to take on the look, roles, and the essence of Black women. And this is a large problem that we face in today's society, and it's sickening and it's sad. Okay, my brother in the building, Shalom Yahbashim Yahushua Barakatah. You know what I'm saying? Freezing Officer 5,000 Yarash in the building. Most High Christ. You know, I'm sitting there talking about, you know, lawless America and how America is not our home, and how we're destroying, not just being destroyed, but destroying one another through Christianity, feminist movement, and not accepting the fact that we are being oppressed and taking the proper steps to step away from the oppression and learning how to gather together, and also learning these law, statutes, and commandments. You know, our people, we are lost as a people, and it's beyond the point that we don't want to find our way. We got complacent in the oppression. We got complacent in the destruction, to the point where if we're not destroying ourselves or one another, then what are we doing? That's the backwards reverse engineering that has been, you know, thrusted upon us as a people, and it's damaging. It's extremely damaging. If we go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 31, it says, "He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoreth him have mercy on the poor." Meaning, if you will oppress your brother, then the Lord is not with you. If you will oppress a poor man because he's poor, then you basically reproaching the Most High. You're rejecting the Most High, because you were to love your brother as he loves you. You were to love your sister as Christ loved us. You understand? Whether if you know him or not, whether if he's standing shoulder to shoulder with you, or if he's homeless, eating out of a garbage can, barely surviving with sneakers leaned over with no socks on. You understand? We must learn to stop hating our God, stop hating one another, and start showing reproach to the oppressor. Why are we so scared to reproach the oppressor? Why are we so scared to stand up to the oppressor and be like, you know what? I'm not going to allow you to oppress me anymore. I understand I'm in your land and I got to live by your rules and regulations. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to dehumanize me. You're not going to emasculate or effeminize me or my brethren or my sisters. What you're not going to do is keep treating me like a fifth-class citizen, treating me like in your Constitution, I'm only 1/5 of a human being. You understand? That we're not going to do. We so profitable. Why we can't stand up and say that? You understand? Why we can't do that? Why is that too either above or beneath us to achieve? Why is that, Israel? This is stuff that we must take into consideration and understand. We have to wake up and get out of the ideology of being an American. We are not an American. We are Israelites by nature and by blood. America is not our home. Our home right now is being currently occupied by more oppressors, more white people. Our home is no, Lord of Christ.
So, Lord of Christ,
In
sir.
the building.
Yahbashim Yahushua Barakatah.
No sweat, warrior. I'm sitting there talking about how lawless America is not really our home, and how we got so complacent with being destroyed and being oppressed that we accept the oppression, we accept the conditions that we're living in, and we're actually thriving in the ignorance rather than waking up out of it, getting out of ideology of being in America. I'm talking about like on a spiritual level, and how we need to gather together as a people to make the proper steps to learn who we are, to learn our law, statutes, and commandments, so we can rise above this oppression. What's going on with you?
Yeah, what's going on, sir? You know me. Me. Days of the week, I'm in the hospital with my youngin. Per General Mahayman, he said that my obligations is to my son.
Most High Christ, and I'm grateful
Well,
and I appreciate that you still make it to come pop in on class too as well.
well, the work of the Lord has to get done. You gotta keep this work going. But I had to come back. My son had to go back to the ICU yesterday, so
Okay,
I had to hold him down. I had
he
to
all
hold
right?
him down.
He
Damn
too
right.
out.
Yeah, damn right.
Most High Christ, because I was with my mom, taking care of my mom earlier. I took her to the hospital to see her boyfriend or whatever. It took another left turns for the worse. Now his kidneys and his liver failing.
Sir, that I mean, these is these plagues. Let me tell you what happened today too, sir. What's your class title today, sir? So I don't get all off topic.
Now we good though. It's called America is Not Our Home, but I'm also
Okay.
discussing about oppression, and I'm still covering Black History Month as well.
All right, no sweat, sir. So today, tell me why a chaplain came to see me here in the church, right? I, I'm in here. I'm in a hospital. I'm in here getting my precepts together, studying, and then all of a sudden somebody knocking on the hospital room door. I turned around, right? A bad, gorgeous Judite sister though. I said, came in. She said, "Hello, I'm the chaplain." I said, "Oh boy." Feel me?
Ooh,
Now, I mean, I said, "Oh
Ephesians.
boy." I just got Jezebel on her forehead, but I was like, "Nah, you know what? I'm gonna make Offside Yash and I'm proud of me today. I'll make Offside Shock Award and Offside Yash and I'm proud of me today. I'm gonna use some tack on this. I ain't gonna just chop her head off." So come to
Most High
find out,
Christ.
so the sister came in, right? And she asked me, she said, "What are you?" She said, are you a Muslim?" I said, "I'm not no Arab, sister. Islam is a religion for Arabs. Our people run to Islam because we lost and we don't have a home. So we run to Islam and Christianity. In the book of Deuteronomy, it said we will worship wood or stone."
You still
So
was cutting her. You
you know
just
what I
did
mean?
it a little smooth this time.
Yeah. So she started. So she's saying, "So how did you prepare?" See, everybody's trying to figure out, sir. You feel me? How am I this strong with my son in the ICU? He been here for 2 weeks, left and came back. So they trying to figure out, why am I not this broken black man? Everybody else in here is broken down, right?
Good,
So
that's
she thought Christianity. So she thought she was gonna come to the room and see a broken down black man, you feel me? His only son sick, fighting for his life, going hard. And she, you know what I mean? She came in and she was like, "So how do you get through this?" I said, "Let me tell you something, right, sis? This happened to my wife. I was just had to be by her side. Then it happened to my grandmother. Then it happened to my mother. My mother was in a coma, dead, when I was driving back and forth to North Carolina, 2022, the whole month, going to go see her. Then my father went into a state of shock. I mean, because my stepmother passed away. So he went in a state of shock and almost passed away too from a heart attack, and a respiratory illness was going on right now. That's a part of these plagues.
Yeah.
And that was my son. So I said, so she said, "Okay, well, how did you prepare?" I said, "I prepared myself by getting in the UPK and getting taught, right? I was taught that, you know what I mean? I was taught that America is spiritually Egypt. And it is that per Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. We walked out of Egypt the first time. Now Deuteronomy 28:68 says that we will be coming to Egypt again, but this time in ships. So now you got to ask. So you got to ask yourself.
You 5,000 officer your rod proud. He said you went straight for the jugular.
Yeah, Tom. So she's sitting here, right? And she was like, so I said, this is what I said, where is spiritual Egypt? Take out your dollar bill and turn it around. She said, oh my God, an Egyptian tomb. I said, see, we don't pay attention to that. Did you ever have you ever been to Washington, D.C.? I said, if you go to Washington, D.C., you're going to see Abraham Lincoln sitting right on Pharaoh's seat. I said, America wasn't founded by Christians. America was founded by Freemasons. Freemasons, they took the whole architect work of ancient Egypt and they built America the same way. Washington, D.C. looked just like Pharaoh's city. So it's a spiritual Egypt. And she was like, so I said, so guess what? If you want to know about the plagues that's happening today, read Exodus. Because if we're in a new Egypt, you're going to get them same plagues and some from the first Egypt. So now you already know that.
There's plagues that we get hit with that's not in the book, and that was prophesied as well.
Yes, that's not in the book getting hit with. So basically what I was telling this sister is I knew all of this was coming. I mean, after COVID-19, you read the Bible. What you starting to realize that the Bible is living water. It's a living book, right? And it can make some people go crazy. It can make some people like the Bible could be so damn real to you. Like, let me tell you, brothers, don't play with this truth. When you come in this truth thinking that you want to get multiple wives and you just want brotherhood or you want to be a part of something. Understand that when you come in the truth, when you start learning that the Bible is real and you start seeing it, if you're not in the right spirit, it can drive you crazy. This is very spiritual here, what we dealing with here. You know what I mean? And when I told, and look, sir, when I told her this, right, this sister told me this. She said, I don't know if I taught you anything, but you taught me a whole lot more than I ever learned today. I'm coming back up to see you. I said, I'm most high in Christ, sis.
Well, if you want to give us something, give it this. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 9. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Right now, we in times of trouble. You in there going through it. Your son is going to war right now, fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? We at war fighting to keep our spirit with the Most High, fighting to keep these afflictions away from us, fighting to keep these demons off of our back. So these are the times of trouble that the scriptures talk about. And we have to also remember that these are a time of trouble that people that's not in the truth is going through. So we have to remain strong and steadfast so we can help pull them up when they're ready. But we have to remember we can't force it because whatever eyes the Most High open, no man can close it. So until the Most High chooses or allows their eyes to be open to see it and hear it, we can't force it. I know it's our duty and our job to try to wake our people up, but if they're not subject to at least accepting basic conversation that we provide and the truth comes up automatically, then, it's almost like that scripture where it say, don't cast your jewels to swine. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the perfect scripture, sir. Like Captain Marvel Quad put out Captain 13,000 Marvel Quad put out a post that really helped me on Facebook. He said, don't force a crown on a nigga head and don't force a crown on a hoe's head. You know what I mean?
Goddamn right.
You know what I mean?
You dust off your boots and you keep it pushing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now look, the next because I got clips and videos and stuff for mad different stuff because I also want to show a bunch of like different unlawful stuff that the world does, like unlawful arrests and stuff like that. I got a clip of these two young ladies coming out of Walmart and police harassing them, threatening to tase a pregnant woman out of one of the two women. Like it was like being real extra with it. You know what I'm saying? Extra, like real spicy. I got some good stuff going on. Huh?
I said, Salakia, sir, the devil has struck again, huh?
Not only that, I got another clip with the dude. He going to approach the pastor because he went through his wife's phone and caught her calling the pastor daddy.
Good night. Salaki, sir. Sir. I got something else for you too, right? You might have to Google it though. Donald Trump is taking Caucasian oppressors from South Africa, bringing them to America, and giving them citizenship. So meanwhile, while he's sitting here deporting all black and brown people and throwing them out of the country, he says that so-called South African white people are being oppressed by Africans in South Africa. So he's saying he's going to bring them to America and give them asylum and set them up like how they set the Ukrainians up. You are really seeing white supremacy at an all-time high. Not only is he bankrupting the country, which everybody thought that Trump was going to come in here and fix everything. You simple, stupid Negroes thought that Trump, he's raising the prices on everything. Man, he's getting ready to get done with the unions.
He's putting people in a fight or flight situation. You either going to stop being lazy, strap up your boots, step your game up, and get your money on, or you're going to fall to the wayside.
You're going to fall to the wayside. You know what I mean? And in them days, that Isaiah 4:1 come to pass, you're going to see 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. And you know what I mean? And they hear that you got this knowledge, they all going to just be flocking right to you, grabbing on you.
Households is going to get filled up once again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ready? You ready for this next one?
Yeah, yes, sir.
See this mega church?
Yes, sir.
And obtain the favor from it. We got a lot of preachers, ministers, bishops, pastors, elders, apostles that are single and not ready to mingle. You're not fooling nobody but your own self. God said it's not good for man to be alone. You're either gay or choking the chicken. God said it's not good that man should be alone. He said, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from it. We got a lot of preachers, ministers, bishops, pastors, elders, apostles.
You're under arrest. You are under arrest. Do not move.
You see the stuff I'm coming across.
Yeah, Tom, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
These so-called pastors in these daggone mega churches, they up to no good again. As a matter of fact,
so you took the video off the screen though. You meant to do that?
Yeah, no, I'm about to bring out the other one.
Okay.
That's what you're saying. Right. Your fly, and I'm gonna upload the footage, and I promise you. No, what you mean? Nah, please. Nah, ain't no camera. No.
Okay.
After seeing that, you're checking the wrong person, my guy.
I'm so mad. I go through my wife's phone, and my wife is calling the pastor daddy. Daddy. Calling the pastor daddy.
This is crazy.
Nah, pastor, open this door. Open this door, pastor. Yeah, I got a question. No.
Not running up on the pastor.
You, why I go through my wife's phone and my wife calling you the pastor of your church, the pastor of your church, calling you daddy. You allow your church members to call you daddy? That's what you're saying? You saying you want your fly? And I'm gonna upload the footage, and I promise you. No, what you mean? Nah, please. Nah, ain't no camera. No. Ain't no spiritual.
After seeing that, you're checking the wrong person, my guy.
I'm so mad. I go through my.
Yeah, Salakia, sir. Let's break some scripture. Let's bring some scriptures out on this one, if we could, sir. Let me tell you what's going on. We're gonna break this down. That Christian church is full of harlots and sodomites, and Deuteronomy 23:17, a scripture that I always bring out, will tell you that it will tell you that thou shalt be no whore in the daughters of Israel, and thou shalt be no sodomites. Now, I don't know if brothers believe this or not, but I'm gonna tell you like this: if you are going in after another man's wife, when you know she's with that man, you are an LGBTQ member.
Well, also taking into consideration, that was a Hamite for a pastor. Did you catch that?
Oh man, good night.
Now we go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 17. It says, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, and plead for the widow.
Right.
You know, this is the jumper from rod to rod. She's got a husband, but she goes from a Judite to a Hamite. Like,
yeah, sir. They're being
signing her own death warrant, and the reason why I brought that Isaiah 1 and 17 because she's proceeding to make her own judgment. We're supposed to relieve the oppressed. You know what I mean? And seek positive judgment from the Most High because we need the Most High's favor. But she's doing the work. She's doing the opposite. And they say judge the fatherless. Now she might have been a fatherless child. This goes to show behind her actions where it's coming from. Christianity and not having a father in your life will cause you to sleep around on your husband.
It's a lucky. If I may too, sir, what you bringing out is real heavy. If you had a father that wasn't a good father, you're still the fatherless. You know, because a lot of these sisters have fathers that's so Christianed out. They don't teach their daughter that, listen, sex is marriage. You only need to be with one man for the rest of your life. They don't raise these sisters up right. A lot of these Christian fathers be like, oh, you got to have money and get my daughter whatever she want. A lot of them pimp their daughters, man, or trick their daughters, man.
What about the clip we covered like a week or two ago with the father that was molesting his own daughter?
Oh, yeah, the pastor. He was a pastor.
Yeah.
I brought that out in our class.
Pregnant with his baby at 13 years old.
He was having sex with her, sir, from the age of 6 all the way up, and she's admitting it now at 22. They got him tipped.
He's acting like he's sounding like that Prophet Muhammad in that book from Babylon to Timbuktu, isn't it? Like, and this is the stuff that we need our people to hear and we need to bring out, because if they don't know this, they're still gonna assume that we're behind everything, we're the problem, we're the issue, and this, that, and the third. This is why it's very imperative that we learn our history, we learn our heritage, and we learn who we are as a people. You understand?
Damn right, sir. You got more on that, sir?
I got my favorite troll back in the building. I like that. Help my likes go up. What else, Squeaky Clean? Help me go viral. Give me something controversy. You sound weak right now. Give me something harder than that. You could go harder than that. He said, how you claim to be a Hebrew yet you look like you put grocery stores and restaurants out of business? I don't know. That sounded a little weak. I think you could come a little harder than that. We fucking scriptures over here. We trying to help our people. You need to help your goddamn self. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell that troll saying, see, in the Israelite school of UPK, brothers have a lot of wives. So we're gonna always eat a lot. So while you sitting at home with your LGBTQ friend playing with him, real priests and prophets of the Lord have a lot of wives.
Hey, be nice. That's how he was here. He said you was being mean. You know what I'm saying? he might be a pastor. He might have a first gentleman of his church.
A gentleman. Okay. Yeah, man, I love the trolls, man. We always need a troll to cut once in a while.
Of course, you know what I mean? But technically, trolls belong under the bridge, not in the chat while we out here trying to teach folks. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you keep it up, Squeaky Clean, I'll put your behind on timeout again. Now, gotta keep backing up. I'll treat you like a child and put your ass on timeout. Now, keep it up. I wish you would. When you ever going to bring me a scripture and a verse? Huh?
Yeah.
Because remember, they question us being prophets, and they say, give us a prophecy. I gave them a prophecy. Then they try to sit there and retract their statement. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, good night. How about you just pay attention to the class and then ask your questions, man?
He probably is taking notes. He probably is taking notes.
Yeah, just take your notes, man. Stop being a scoffer, man. You're walking after your own lust. I'm being a scoffer.
No, you bringing that back like a remix.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being a scoffer. I mean, the last day it shall come scoffers walking out their own lust, man. You know what I mean? People don't want to hear the truth when they got a lust demon, sir. You think somebody, you think a drug addict want to hear that? You know, it's a sin to smoke crack? Hell no. They walk after their own lust.
Now, look, this precept is where we need to be at. This is the book of
All right.
Psalms, chapter 119, verse 127. Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. We need to be at a point where we love these commandments, these law, statutes, and commandments better than we love pleasing our flesh.
Right.
We need to love these commandments and live these commandments more than we want to smoke weed, cigarettes, and black and mouse. More than we want to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. More than we want to do. More than wanting to fornicate by sleeping with another man's wife. You understand? Or laying with a whore. You know what I mean? This is something that Squeaky Clean knows nothing about and needs to stop being an asshole and sit down and take some goddamn notes and stop acting like a goddamn child. Because you say something else, think you slick, I'm gonna put your little dumbass on timeout. Sit down and take notes before I put your dumbass on timeout.
Yeah, no, I mean, go get your boyfriend. Tell him to take notes too.
I'm more of a prophet than your pastor, dumbass.
Yeah, tell him to tell Squeaky Clean, you know, bring his boyfriend to take notes too, so we can get that rainbow flag spirit off of him. You know what I mean? We can heal you from that. Come take notes. Stop being a rainbow.
Oh, now I'm a disgusting liar. Oh, pull your panties back up. Now you sounding like a female.
Yeah, didn't I tell you we knew he was a rainbow?
Time out. You disgusting liar. Oh my god. Pull your panties up.
You might be an Edomite.
Yeah, pull your panties back up, you damn pussy. Jeez.
Yeah, he might be. You know what we gonna give Squeaky Clean, sir? Right?
I'm just gonna put him on timeout. I ain't gonna delete him. I'm just gonna put his dumb ass on timeout. Interrupt my class. Anywho,
sir, Squeaky Clean might be a Edomite. We should give him a revelation prophecy of this place getting ready to be destroyed, or you know what I mean? Or give him the he that go into captivity, him that lead it in captivity should go in captivity.
I got it. You want a prophecy? Right. You want a prophecy, Squeaky Clean? Here's a prophecy. Yeah. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord thy God is a man of war. The Lord thy God is his name. Write that down. Jot that down in your little notepad. Jot that down and burn that in your brain. Because I bet you one of those Christians that think God loves everybody. He made this earth and everything in it, then he's supposed to love everybody. Who the hell is you to dictate what the Most High love? I love what the Most High love and hate what the Most High hate. And he hates those who oppress his people, which is why we're talking about oppression and how America is not our home. Now, before we was rudely interrupted, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 72, verse 4. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy and shall break the pieces of the oppressor.
Right.
The Most High God will break this oppressor of these lands, whether it's white, Chinese, Arab, Hamites, whatever. The Most High will break the oppressor, and he will break the oppression as long as we're keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. You know, it kind of confuses me more. So we come out here and we on a positive note and we're fighting and pushing to help our people because everybody else is getting caught up in the matrix and making TikToks about a bunch of dumb shit, right? And sitting out here doing a bunch of nothing as far as content. And then we got to deal with jokers like this jumping in the chat, want to crack jokes and talk smack when we the only ones out here doing it, trying to help people. You know what I'm saying? I asked him if he in one of those fake break-off groups. He tried to deny it. So at the end of the day, all right, then who are you? Where are you from? Why are you sitting here trying to be negative when we're pushing positive? This is why I put his dumb ass on timeout. You want to go bother somebody? Go bother the IUIC. Go jump in them purple people eaters chat and go bother them. Go talk your smack to them and see how good they do you. You know what I'm saying? That might be more your speed. That might be more your twist. You know what I'm saying? Don't come over here. Don't bark up this tree because you can cut right up out of here. We'll cut you right up out of here.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
man.
yeah,
Yeah, them scoffers are amazing.
the Most High will judge the poor of the people. You know, us being priests and prophets of the Lord, we're the poor amongst the poor people. You get what I mean? Because we don't do this for no clout. We don't do this for stain. We don't do this for pay. We do this because we supposed to. We do this because we want to. We do this because we have to. You understand? We do this because nobody else is gonna do it. This is why we do what we do day in and day out here.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Nah, I don't know. Give me, sir, if you could, do you have that precept about who did you expect to see? Men dressed in gay raiment? When Christ was you know that precept when Christ was saying, who did you expect to see? See, people don't know prophets when they see prophets. They never understood how to look for a prophet, even going back in the times of Rome. They was looking for people in the gay apparel, which is talking about the nice clothes, the fancy clothes that lived in the king's houses and all that. Prophets were not rich and did not live in king's houses and quarters back then. You know what I mean? They all came from the gutter. They came from the streets. You know what I mean? Like Christ came from the hardcore spot in Jerusalem, right? That's why no one believed what he was saying when they was like, who are you? Like they said, are you Joseph, the carpenter's son? Nah, man. You got it, my Lord? Go ahead, bring it out, son. Bring it out, please. A Bible Kashaw.
Somebody getting a shaking on Super Mario Brothers.
oh, yeah, my son. Yeah, my son. Yeah.
Nah,
he close him out. Interrupting the show. He got his iPad and everything. You know,
let my nephew rock out. He good.
Yeah, he got his iPad and everything playing. Yeah.
On Christ. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 8. But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment?
Yeah, stop right there, sir. What do you expect, man? Like, right, what's that rainbow name again? That's scoffing?
Squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean. Listen to this scripture right here, squeaky clean. Right? Christ just asked, right? He said, what did you expect to see? Men dressed in soft raiment? You expected to see some gay pastor with a suit on and his face is bald and he got a smooth bald head and he got a mega church with millions of people there and he just looked fine and all right and he just looked like a great person and he's a very, very rich with money. Christ said, what, sir?
But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment?
You expect to see you expect to see soft men with suits on with a lot of money, right? You think that's what the prophets have never looked like that in the Bible. You're wrong, squeaky clean. Prophets have always been wild looking barbarians, man, from the streets. Ever since the biblical days, they weren't rich men. They were men, hardcore men from the hood. That's how all the prophets was. Continue that, sir.
From the barrios.
From the barrios.
From the trenches. That's where we from, and that's where Christ.
You don't know the Bible. You don't know the Bible, man.
He don't know his own culture.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He don't even know his own nation. Is there any more on that, song?
Khan, behold, they that wear soft clothing are in king's houses.
So they who what? Wear soft clothing are where?
Are in king's houses.
Yeah, you think Creflo Dollar is a prophet. No, you think Joel Osteen, the one that closed the church when the COVID-19 came and he did not allow none of his members to come in the damn church. No, you think men that
that white pastor with that big mega church.
He might in Texas.
If I'm not mistaken, his church came down like a ton of bricks.
Like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
That's what we expected.
How destroyed his mega church. But then you got Uncle Creflo Dollar. You got
TD Snake's getting destroyed right now. He getting destroyed right now. You know what I mean? So what do he expect?
Uncle Creflo Dollar. You got Steve Harvey. You got Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton, and
Hey, sir.
Eddie Long, and
Eddie Long, who died from HIV. Those is his
and
prophets.
that's crazy. How you call himself a pastor with a stage name?
Hey, sir. Those are the ones in soft. Those are the ones in soft raiment that lives in the king's houses, meaning they live in big houses and they dressed in pretty clothes.
Right. That's probably where Squeaky Clean in it. That's probably where Squeaky Clean in the chat from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somewhere in the suburbs somewhere. No, those are not how prophets look, man. They never was recorded to look like that. That's it on that, sir.
We'll see when he come up for timeout if he got a better attitude when he rejoins the chat if I let him.
All right, Most High in Christ, man. So now, Squeaky Clean, you should understand how prophets supposed to look.
Word. Now we got our brother Offset Dunya in the building. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
Oh, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah. Officer 500. Officer 500 at Dunya. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, we had our one of our little new regular trolls in the chat. You know what I mean? I had to sit his ass on timeout. We out here teaching and he trying to spew hatred and crack jokes. We ain't got time. If you want to learn something, sit down, take notes, and shut your goddamn mouth. If not, I'm gonna put you on timeout like you a goddamn kid. It's just that simple.
Let him in there.
I mean, you and your boyfriend Squeaky Clean, come learn something, man.
We for everything. We down with everything. Bring him on in.
He on a brief timeout. He'll be back shortly.
Next thing you know, he'll be in class with us.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, let him in.
he'll be on timeout in a few. He'll be rejoining us unless he runs away like he did last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we ran away in my class.
Yeah, we just covering how America's not a home and how we got complacent and comfortable with oppression, and I'm still covering Black History Month as well.
Hey, my bad. I missed that last part. What'd you say?
No, I said I was discussing about because the topic was America is not our home and how we got complacent with the oppression and we just accept it now at this point in life being in the world. And I'm still also covering Black History Month as well.
Okay. Hey, Marissa, see whoever that is playing Candy Crush can turn that down a little bit.
Yeah, that's my son.
My son in the background on his iPad.
Oh, all right. Let him slide. He's good.
All right, calm, sir. Let me see if I turn it down a little bit.
I'm about to pull up this next clip. These two sisters was shopping in Walmart and got harassed by cops to the point the cop pulled the taser out and was about to tase the pregnant one. Like it was getting way out of hand. Get the volume on this first.
Hey, how's it sound? You can hear me all right? I said, how's the sound? Right. You can hear me? You can hear me all right? How's the sound? Can you hear me okay?
No, I can hear you, sir. I don't know about offside Yash.
Come.
Slocky, just bear with me 1 second. Okay, I got it. Now, what you were saying, sir? If I play this clip?
No, I was asking mic check. Was the mic check good?
Yeah. You nice. You coming in clear. You coming in clear as day. All right. Now, this clip is the mother and the daughter's coming out of Walmart. The daughter's pregnant. Cop, as you see, already got his taser out, if I'm not mistaken, threatening to tase the pregnant daughter. And then okay, they accused him of stealing some Kool-Aid packets out of Walmart. We're about to see what this is about.
Like what? You're ringing stuff up as Kool-Aid packets, and then you ring up a tank top for the shirt.
I'm gonna hang on to your purse for you.
No, you're not gonna touch my purse. And you can keep that.
Everyone's not cooperative. You're under arrest.
No,
you are under arrest.
I didn't walk out that door.
Do not move. You are under arrest. You are under arrest. Do not move.
Oh!
Yes. Okay, here. Just follow. Go with them. Go with them. I need you to come here. Place your hands behind your back. I'm not going to jail. I didn't say you're going to jail. I said you're under arrest.
No, that's.
Sir, you cannot touch me. I can't. You do not move. You are under arrest.
Like what? You're ringing stuff up as Kool-Aid packets, and then you rang up a tank top for the shirt.
I'm going to hang on to your purse for you.
No, you're not going to touch my purse. And you can keep that.
Everyone's not cooperative. You're under arrest.
No,
You are under
I
arrest.
can't walk out that door.
Do not move. You are under arrest. You are under arrest. Do not move. Yes.
This just is another.
They're showing the same thing over and over.
This just another example of
how much of the Kool-Aid pack?
That stuff wasn't even worth. They said a couple of Kool-Aid packets.
It's not even $1, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even worth $10. What they trying to claim she stole, and she got the receipt right there in the hand. Automatically trying to place her under arrest. You know, they tried to accuse and do the same thing with Kashaka Wars rib a couple months ago. All because instead of going to the regular register, she went to the self-checkout, but she didn't know that they changed the rule there. If you got 20 or more items, you got to go to the regular cashier. Because had she went to the regular cashier, everything would have been fine. But they wanted to make a big issue out of the whole situation. To this day, still trying to ride out with it. Trying to ban them from the store and everything. Like it's ridiculous, sir, how they treat our people.
Wow.
Clearly had the money for everything, but still they want to be white. Let's call a spade a spade. They want to be white about it. Straight up. And this is why
it's a nice play on words.
Look, lock you.
I like that. It's just a nice play on words. You want to be white about it.
Yeah, you want to be white about things. Like, come on now. Because the topic is oppression, and they are the oppressor that the Bible speaks of. And they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let's call it
damn right.
I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not saying nothing out of pocket, and I ain't saying nothing wrong. I know my limits on YouTube. We good.
So Salakia, sir. So she paid for everything, had a receipt, and they still wanted to go in the sister's purse.
Yeah, they wanted to take her purse, tell her she under arrest. They wanted to tase her pregnant daughter, all that. That's why I want to wear a shirt that says, "Make it right, treat me like I'm white." So if I ever get stopped by a white officer or any type of law enforcement and they white, and I'm going to tell them, read my shirt, I identify as a white male. Now make it right and treat me like I'm white. I'll see y'all later. Gotta go. And I'm out of there. That's how I'm coming. I ain't got time, man. I ain't got time. I mean, Commander General YAHANNA tells us to comply, but now how much do we supposed to comply until they unalive us? Because I got nothing but clips of people being arrested just for being black. I watched 6 white officers get off damn near scot-free in Mississippi for torturing and waterboarding 2 black boys and shot the tongue out of one of them so he can't snitch.
Yeah, Khan, we covered that story a couple of years ago, and they just went to trial. The brothers that did what they did to Tyreek Nichols from Memphis, the black officers, they all got smoked.
The jail. They got smoked, lost their job, and got indicted and sentenced before the body got put in the ground.
Right. And we lost Officer Adenya. He just went off, but they probably come back on.
Yeah, he probably come back on. He might be in motion.
Okay, no sweat. Well, yeah. So you know the scriptures say that the wicked are estranged from the womb.
Yeah, and when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right.
When the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice.
Right.
See, the problem is the wicked is bearing rule right now over us and over the land, which is even more apparent and more of the reason why we need to come together as a people. How come we're gonna be the last ones to come together and we the main ones that need to come together?
Right.
You understand? We can't even come together in prison. Like, I was watching a clip and Lil Woody said he was sitting with a Mexican brother in jail one day and he kept asking, like, yo, he's like, how come you don't mess with the black people? He's like, come sit over here for a minute. Let me show you something. And he was showing them how the prisoners was being brought in, right? He showed how the new prisoners was being brought in. He was like, now look at and the Mexican brother was showing him, like, look, now look when the white boy come in. See how the Aryan Nation and the skinheads, they bring him in, they grab his bags and automatically embrace him and bring him in. He's like, yeah. Now watch. Now he said, now watch when the Spanish brother the Spanish brother come in. You see how the Spanish brother come in and the Spanish brothers bring him in and embrace him and this and the third. He's like, yeah. He's like, now watch when the black brother come in. Grab his bag, nobody embrace him. They kind of standoffish. They look in, they wondering like, well, what is he in for? And this and the third. Like, that's the main reasons why we don't deal with y'all, because y'all don't stick together with your own kind. So how can we trust y'all? Y'all don't even trust y'all. And when he said that, Lil Woody was like, damn, he right. You know what I mean? So the moral to that is we have to learn to trust one another and embrace one another, whether we wanted to or not, because it's so much a bigger issue. Is a greater issue at hand
the department says
that we need to face the situation.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to sit down.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when Neon Lee
So you got the video playing in the back.
Harris ignored him, and Armstrong went into the store's bathroom. Harris's daughter said Armstrong rattled the stall door, trying to get in.
Okay, say
she
that
reported
again.
it to security and then went back to her dad's phone. As she and her friends came out of the store,
Yeah, no, I killed the
too.
noise. I just
The girl
was getting
pointed
it
him
set
out
up
to
for
her
when I
dad,
do get ready
and
to
Harris
play it.
confronted him.
But you know,
After
the
an
main problem
altercation,
with our people,
Armstrong
also, is
lost his
that
life.
we don't.
Even though Harris claimed Armstrong
Well,
for the
you had
first
something in
punch,
the
he was
background. I
charged with
can't hear you.
second-degree murder.
No,
Even
I
though he
already
accepted
took
a
the
plea
noise
deal,
out the background.
reducing the
I
charge
don't
to
know why it's still
manslaughter.
coming on. It's
Sentenced
still,
to 8
I
years.
don't know why the noise is still going. It sounds like it might be on a computer or something.
In 2019, a father in Arizona took a man's life after the man tried to break into his 16-year-old daughter's bathroom stall. The father, Melvin Harris.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
All right, you good now, sir.
So, like I said, the main that's like is so heavy, because even on a cardinal level, it shows that we lack brotherhood and we need to come together. Even before we understand that we need these law, statutes, and commandments, we need brotherhood more than anything. You understand? And then once we have brotherhood established, we need to get back to these law, statutes, and commandments in order to sustain the brotherhood and the sisterhood that we are already currently lacking.
Salakia, sir. Can you pull Zephaniah 2:1?
God, I got that on the fly. The book of
You got
Zephaniah.
that on the fly.
Yeah, it's the book of
Got that on the
Zephaniah,
fly?
chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Say what?
Gather yourselves together.
Continue.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gathered together, O nation not desired. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are nations that are not desired. Let me tell you something, right? The oppressor came over here and got rid of the North American Indians. He slaughtered 77 million of them, turned them against each other, and had them tribe fighting each other because they didn't gather together. Right? He used his crafty witchcraft. They all went against each other and started helping the oppressor take each other out. And you know what I got them? All thrown on reservations to the point of it being extinct. On those reservations, they have liquor stores and drugs, but no jobs, no resources, just liquor stores and drugs all on the reservation. And you barely ever see a Native American. Never. They didn't. They didn't come together.
Let me tell you something more, son. In the 1700s, you know, they came like Columbus came on this land, right, and came across the Pequot Indians, right?
Yeah,
now,
right.
The Pequot Indians it was about 800 of them, right? About 700-800 of them. Just the Pequot Indians alone, just this native tribe alone, right? And they came across Columbus, and Columbus, he was that ravening wolf in sheep's clothing,
right?
And tried to promote peace, and they embraced him and his crew, and also taught them how to survive the winter because they didn't know. And you know how he repaid them? He repaid them by, in the dead of night, they snatched up all the men that they could, and then by morning they unalived them by bashing them over the heads with rocks and stones and sticks, and they tried to imprison and torture the women and children, and then unalive them.
You see?
So this is what started the Pequot War. Now, what the Indians did was, the ones that remained, there was about like 200 or 300 left. That's how ruthless they were. They took out a large amount of the entire tribe in one night, in one fell swoop. Now, it was about 200 or 300 of them. What they did was they split up, like 200 with one way, 100 with the other way. But what they did was they started doing what the oppressor was doing. They kidnapped their women and children and was doing them the same way. But you know, we more ruthless. They were scalping. They were scalping them. Like let me borrow all of this, hair included.
Right.
You know, and so. Because you know, our Gadites, they'll take heads off and put them on a stick and sit it on the corner of your land and let it be a sign.
Right.
You know what I mean? Leave it there as a message. Like don't want none, don't start none. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Salakia, sir. Bring now bring that back again. Gather yourselves together.
I'm gonna bring yourself together. The whole moral to what I was saying was after this war and
Salakia, I didn't know you were finished. Salakia,
I got you. The moral to this story was, because I covered this in a class. This is when they destroyed the rest of those Pequot Indians. When they ran into any other Indian tribes, this is where they presented them with smallpox blankets and false treaties. And this is what spawned the beginning of what we today call Thanksgiving. The mass genocide of the Pequot Indians and the beginning of them giving out smallpox blankets and celebrating by cooking turkey and things. This was the beginning of Thanksgiving. Now I'm just giving you a little history on the origin.
Yeah, so bring that precept back while we gather ourselves together.
This book is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
This is the Most High God telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to gather yourselves together. We are nations of people that's not desired. Look what's going on with the Hispanics. It's a bad day to be a Hispanic brother and sister. If you could look at what Donald Trump is doing to our Hispanic brothers and sisters, he's trying to get rid of birthright citizenship. So basically what he's saying is, okay, if your citizenship was for so-called slaves, it was for slaves, African Americans. But if you're a third generation Dominican or Puerto Rican and you wasn't in America in the 1600s, 1700s, around that time, you can be deported once you get rid of birthright citizenship. So what he's doing now is he's trying to remove every damn Hispanic up out of America and send them back to South America and the Caribbean. The same thing with Haitian brothers and sisters and Jamaican brothers and sisters. He's trying to clean shop with all our Hispanic. He got them in cages. They got little Hispanic kids on trial for crossing into a country illegally. Not to mention the ones they kidnapped and the other 300,000 Hispanic kids that are missing, that they didn't stole. You know what I mean? We have to gather together. We cannot be running to our oppressor. It say, gather together, O nations not desired. Blacks, Negroes.
Now, if we go to the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18, it says, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. You got that? Run that back from the top. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18.
Hey, shalom, Lord of Christ.
Shalom, Lord of Christ, sir. Officer 500.
We had a troll, and he had to put his ass on timeout. Why you smell like fried steak? What's going on?
No, we had chicken. Go Pierre, you want to come?
No, I'm doing the Lord's work.
We can wait around for you a little bit. You want to come? Yes,
yes, no. What y'all do? Unless
you're
working in the studio.
I said, do you want to go? Yes, no.
Yeah. Anyway, though. Anyway, well, we got to gather together. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Offside Yash is handling something. We have to come together. Black people, we got to come together. We've been lynched, hung on trees, had Dylan Roof Storm walk up in our church, unalive our grandmothers, Peyton Grinder walking up in the goddamn grocery store, unaliving our grandmothers, shooting women in the back of the head. You know what I mean? To this day, the Ku Klux Klan still exists, still hanging brothers on trees, right? These pale-face oppressors then put drugs all in our neighborhood, then turned around and locked us up for the drugs being in the neighborhood. When they put the drugs in our neighborhood, you know what I mean? The Democratic Party, the politicians have gotten the black fathers out of the household with giving our people welfare and Section 8 and all that other nonsense. They push abortions all in our community to the point where all black babies are being aborted just so they can get organs, just so they can get the organs from our children so these pale-face oppressors can live longer. We have to gather together, right? If we don't gather together, we are going to be just like that sister we showed in that clip, getting harassed, tased, and slammed by some racist pig over a pack of Kool-Aid that's paid for already. If we were gathered together, now I mean, we will have our own grocery stores. We will have our own businesses. We'll have our own police forces. We will have everything we need in our community, where we would not have to go out of our community to deal with these stinking heathens, man. Right? If we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and do what the Most High God say to do, He will put a military. You looking at the military. You looking at the ISUPK, and we got the angels in heaven. And the Most High God, we are the military for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All we have to do is do what the Lord says to do, follow these laws of God, and gather together and leave these stinking heathens alone. We are a nation of people that are not desired. Why do you desire this pale-faced oppressor after everything he's done to you? Why? I mean, look what the oppressor done. The oppressor got the air. He's putting chemtrails in the air, right? You go out and breathe the air, you got a respiratory illness and you're in the hospital. This is what this bastard has done to the earth. Anything you eat gives you cancer. He's poisoning the food supply, poisoning the air, poisoning your water. The pale-faced oppressor has the water poison, right? I'm in Livingston, New Jersey, right, sir? This is supposed to be the mountains and the suburbs. You know that water is brown. The goddamn water is brown coming out of the faucet. Ain't nothing but mansions up here.
Well, let's be realistic here. I know I know where you at up there, St. Barnabas. But if you go right back down the hill, you right back down there, not too far from Susie Q's. You right back.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you're right.
5 10 minutes down the hill. 5 or 10 minutes down that hill. Once you come out, make that right, then make that left, and then make that right back down the hill. You back in the trenches, so you right there. You ain't far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of that's connected. Like, you know, at the end of the day, none of this is our home, right? And America is lawless. And the problem is, even us being in the world, we're trying to seek acceptance from the oppressor. We're trying to seek acceptance in this world from the heathens. We're trying to seek equality from the heathens because we're trying to make this our home when our home right now doesn't exist until the Most High comes back and sends his son, his begotten son back, and Yahushua Mashiach, who we inwardly call Christ, returns and comes back to restore order and cleanse this world of all the evil and unrighteousness. We won't have our home. We will see our home again one day, Lord allow it. But right now, the earth is our home.
It's Salakia, sir.
Wherever we rest.
Salakia, sir. That clip that you just showed on them sisters getting tased and getting oppressed, and you know what I mean, right? You know that it's some simple-minded Negro saying, I can't believe in 2025 this is still happening to us. We got that scripture about he has had a perpetual hatred.
I got you. I got a good precept I want to bring out next too, but I got you.
You know what I mean? In 2025, I still can't believe the white man is the devil. Are you kidding me? And pale-face oppressor is the devil. You know what I mean? You had to see the clip on them nurses. I'm in a hospital. A hospital is the worst place for a black and Hispanic to be. Right? It was just some pale-face oppressor down in Virginia breaking infant black babies' legs. You heard about that story, right, Officer Ayash?
No, what was that?
Oh, you hear the story about the pale-face oppressor in Virginia that was breaking the infant little baby's legs after they had birth? She gave birth to him.
No.
She would go right, and she would go right where the newborn babies are born at, and she would break the goddamn baby's legs. She got caught breaking newborn black baby's legs. This was a nurse.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou has had a perpetual hatred.
Perpetual. You know what perpetual means? Perpetual means an everlasting hatred, meaning they will always hate you, right? You can't even deliver your baby. You some sister and your baby's delivered in the hospital. Your baby did nothing to nobody. You did nothing to nobody, right? And some fat, pale-faced, oppressive nurse is going to wait for your baby to be alone over in the baby's room, and she's going to sneak in there and break your little black baby's legs like what that pale-faced oppressor was doing in Virginia. They've had a perpetual hatred against us.
Because thou is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou has had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
And the time of our calamity, right? So what happened with Peyton Grinder? Peyton Grinder, right? He's living up there. This pale-faced bastard lives in the mansions somewhere upstate New York in mansions. He living in a
Dylan Roof?
Yeah, I brought Dylan Roof up, but Peyton Grinder, right? He living in like a 20-room mansion. He comes all the way down from upstate New York, picks a black neighborhood, so-called black neighborhood, then goes in a grocery store with old grandmothers and starts shooting them. They said that it was this one old grandmother. She only weighed close to maybe 60 pounds, soaking wet, and he shot her in the back of her head, and her brains instantly came out the back of her head in a grocery store.
He was playing Call of Duty. He wanted to see if it was real. And he got away with it. And
he was playing Peyton Grinder was playing Call of Duty on black people, right? Because they have had a perpetual hatred. When are you going to learn for us to separate from these people? I know you seen the clip on Facebook.
I got a good question for you. Peyton Grinder, what his daddy into?
Yeah, he claims to be a Wall Street businessman, and he didn't know that his son was a white supremacist. Yeah, okay.
Oh, so if he claimed to be a Wall Street guy, where his daddy from?
Yeah, right.
If we go dig a little bit deeper, I see 3 Ks in their history.
Right.
I see 3 Ks in their history because it might have skipped over the father and trickled to the grandson, But I guarantee you, I bet you dimes to dollars, his granddaddy is that same white supremacist his grandson is.
Damn right.
His son had to get it from somebody somewhere.
He got it from
and
somebody
he ain't just
with
get it from YouTube.
Right. Right. And not to mention, and this is another thing, sir.
You're not going to just get white supremacy from YouTube. You're not going to just get white supremacy from somebody at school. You're not going to just get white supremacy from Googling it and looking it up or watching a movie like American History X.
Right.
You're not going to get it that way. You got to get it because it's in your blood and it's in your bloodline. You got it from somebody in your goddamn family. That's where you got it from.
Right. That's the perpetual hatred. These people have had
probably got it from his goddamn granddaddy.
Yeah, granddaddy, great granddaddy.
Trying to break away from that, break that chain.
Yeah,
but it's still trickled past you.
It's still trickled down. You got a white supremacist. If you're a pale face oppressor, you have a white supremacist in your seed line. That's gonna. You have a KKK or a Nazi person that's coming back in one of your children. Look at this pale face oppressor. And brothers got to stop being so simple, sir. A brother moved in the suburb. A brother moved in the suburbs. He bought a house right next to the oppressor. The oppressor invited him to the barbecue. He comes over to the barbecue. The oppressor knocks him over the head with a goddamn shovel. Huh?
He became the barbecue.
He became the barbecue. He smacked him over his head with a goddamn shovel and put him to death. Then called the police, lied, and said the man was an intruder. He unalived him in self-defense. Like, these people have a perpetual hatred for the children of Israel, man.
The problem is we're so oppressed in these slums and barrios. We think we doing some justice by trying to start fresh and move somewhere nice into a nice, peaceful neighborhood where it's not really that peaceful and trying to start over. But you got to look at the area you move it to. Do your homework and research. If you're going to move to a nice neighborhood, scan the neighborhood, scan the terrain. Look at the town you in. Look at the people in the town. Look at the overall population. Look at the stores. Look at how the businesses are moving around. You know what I'm saying? Pay close attention to all of your environment and the people in it and around it, because this is where you want to start over. This is where you want to raise your family. You have to be mindful of where you move and how you move. And period. That's the only way you're going to survive in this world. And if you're moving alone, you better move somewhere. Look, people look at me like I'm crazy when I say, when they ask where I live, and I tell them I'm in Jersey City. They're like, "We live I live on the hill," and they be like, "Damn, you on the hill?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm home. I'm good. I'm 43 years old. And I'm still alive. So apparently, I'm doing something right.
Right.
I'm inside. I'm perfectly fine. I'm right where it goes down at. I live around ground zero. But you know what it is? People got to understand. It's not what you think it is. Like, yeah, we have crime in the city, but you got to understand something. The murder rate has been down over 40% over the last 10, 11 months. We almost gone a whole entire year of no unalivements out here. All the so-called ops, alleged ops is dead. It's been quiet.
Man,
anything that's happened out here was an isolated incident, and I ain't hear about it. And we ain't got no more Jersey Journal, so I can't read about it in the paper. We ain't got no more Jersey Journal, so I gotta go to NJ.com. But the most I've seen happen was that situation in the Heights that you helped me cover and put me up on with the woman and the two kids getting stabbed to death in that apartment.
Okay.
That's in the Heights. But again, that's another isolated incident. So far, I haven't heard no shootings, no shootouts. Know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Now, police ran down up on the Ave, down around the corner and down the strip. They just ran down on that whole side of the strip. All the stores is closed. They ran up in the apartments. They just grabbed up everything and everybody. Like a few blocks from me. Literally around the corner from my old block I used to live on. Remember on Wegman? Yeah, right around the corner, right there on Stegman and Dwight, right there on the Ave. They ran down on that whole thing. So ain't nobody outside.
Okay.
Well, other than that, they just running down on people for drugs and possibly possession of firearms. Other than that, as long as ain't nobody getting shot, police is minding their business. They chilling. They ain't
I
really.
noticed that up there a lot. I noticed that in Jersey City a lot. They, if it ain't no real big crime, but
They minding their business. You see, they squatting on the corner like furniture, but they ain't bothering nobody. They just getting a free check. They just on the clock. Feel me?
Yeah. But besides them alarming stories with brothers coming home and stabbing their families all up, and that's all because of oppression. That's only because of the pale face oppressor. You know what I mean? They come home and
that brings me to my precept. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 10. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. Meaning, if we take away the oppression, all you got to do is just keep evil out of your heart and keep from having evil against your brother.
Right.
And how we do that? We keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right.
And don't worry, I got these precepts for you if you want to put them in your book. You know I'll be pulling them out. I'll be finding them.
Yeah. Them precepts is surgical. You gotta have them precepts. They help you understand all the movements of what's going on in life. When you hear a precept, it's like, okay, now you're understanding the Bible. Not like the Christian church. You go in there and the pastor just run his mouth talking a whole bunch of folly. But when you hear a precept, you're like, oh, that makes sense, and it goes right along with the situation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like to gather yourself together precept. Then you bring it and show people this is why you should gather together. You see your people being oppressed. You have to gather together.
Now I'm gonna pull out the next article for time's sake because time flies when you're having fun. So I'm gonna bring out this next one. This is another alarming story.
A Chicago police officer.
You're under arrest. Okay? Under arrest? I'll explain in a second, but you do need to take a seat.
Questions about policies and procedures inside Tempe PD.
Pull your hands back up behind your butt.
This cannot be okay.
And because of those questions, the NAACP is getting it.
Run that from the top.
Give me your ID.
This is the traffic stop.
For what? For tripping your tires.
That's raising serious questions.
I come in the back of the car.
About why these officers put an unarmed black man in handcuffs after just 4 seconds. We did not get this video from Tempe Police. That's because the department says it would take them more than a year to release it.
I don't want to sit down. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to sit down.
We got permission to show it.
Sit down or we're going to put you on the ground, dude.
From the man at the center of all of this, a Chicago police officer.
You're under arrest. Okay? Under arrest? I'll explain in a second, but you do need to take a seat.
Questions about policies and procedures inside Tempe PD.
Pull your hands back up behind your butt.
This cannot be okay.
And because of those questions, the NAACP is getting involved.
This cannot be acceptable. This cannot continue to happen. Something needs to be done.
Pastor Andre Miller is the state vice president, and he wants answers from Tempe PD about whether Jalen Woods was targeted on Mill Avenue.
Hey, give me your ID.
This is the traffic stop.
For what? For tripping your tires.
That's raising serious questions.
It's a damn shame.
Let me tell you something, myself. I'll bring out this last one, right? Like, they can't sit there and say, you know what I look at when I see stuff like that? You know that new call they got on the football field? If the quarterback is running with the football and he slides and you still hit him to the point where you damn near knock him unconscious, they call that targeting.
Yeah, targeting.
This is what I consider these unlawful arrests of black men being stopped just for being black. I call this a targeting call.
Right.
Play targeting because you're profiling and targeting a black man and you pulling him over and stopping him for being black, driving while black.
No, you're right, sir.
That's about this crap in movies, but this is a serious offense, and it should not be tolerated.
No, you're right, sir. Like that goes with the perpetual hatred, right? They see a brother just driving past, minding his business, and they said they pulled him over for screeching his tires. All these goddamn traffic accidents and moving violations and everything that's going on. You would think it wouldn't be no accidents in the United States of America. You pulling a brother over for squeaking tires, you would think that it ain't no crime going on. You would think that it ain't no serial killers, murderers. You know what I mean? It's not no random violence going on. You got time to pull a brother over a squeaking tire?
And he's stopped. He's at traffic. Come on. It's the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers and against the adulterers and against the false swearers and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, and that's a precept right there for your police departments. All your police departments and your government officials that keep on oppressing the children of Israel, that keep oppressing us. This is why cops have the highest suicide rate right now, right? They drink that alcohol and they put that pistol in their mouth and they blow their disgusting brains out. This is now. I mean, right. Some Patterson police officer just died in the Poconos in a snowmobile accident. He was up in the Poconos. I'm always in the Poconos. He was in the Poconos and he crashed and killed his dumb self on a goddamn snowmobile. Snowmobile.
I don't even know how he did that, but hey, Most High in Christ.
yeah, up there in the Poconos and everything. And I said, you died at the Poconos. You know, that's my second home. Yeah, went to the Poconos.
Always up there.
Yeah, always in the Poconos, man. Shit.
You know we always up there to go check out the brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you stupid law enforcement pigs. Y'all gonna have judgment from the Lord coming. What Officer Ayash just pulled out is a precept. You know, during COVID, right, sir? Because you know what, East Orange, where I live at, those are who you call the black KKK, right? Damn near 65% of their police force was being wiped out with the COVID-19 being put to death from COVID, getting sick. That's the Lord. The Lord is going to get justice for what you're doing. For what you're doing to poor people. You sit out there and pull over poor black people, put false charges on them, write tickets on them, and steal their money. Have them in court, steal their money. All you do is oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The Lord is sick of it. And your law enforcement career is going to be very, very short. The Lord is going to make it till you have a car accident and be unalive. He's going to make it till you die on a goddamn snowmobile accident, or he's just going to flat out make you commit suicide. And if I may, sir,
they're going to pull over the right one.
Oh yeah, get blown away.
They're going to pull over the right one, and he's going to have something hot waiting for him.
Yeah, that's happening every day. That's happening every day, and not to mention, right, sir. If we're gonna do a class on this. If we bring up all of the dirt these devils are doing, do you know police officers are getting charged with the most DUIs right now? Every time you hear something about a cop with a DUI, some cop just ran up some cop was driving the wrong way up Route 80, crashed and just unalived somebody. I just told you,
he ain't getting in trouble. He just gonna desk duty. He just gonna be on desk duty.
I told you about the one I told you about the one from Newark that ran the partner over by the Prudential Center, high on drugs.
Yeah, that's
it's ridiculous.
That's duty and paid leave. Until it blows over.
So now the Lord going to have to come. So since you won't judge your own, our Father who are in heaven, the Most High God, is going to come judge your own. He's going to come down here and put curses and plagues on your family. He's going to destroy your precinct. He's going to cause you to commit suicide.
In the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 26, it says, "A righteous man falling down before the wicked is as a troubled fountain and a corrupt spring."
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Yeah, like, look, y'all officers, man, y'all better watch who y'all put y'all hands on, man. You know what I mean? I know y'all be very extremely careful when you messing around them priests and prophets. You know, I tell them all in their face. I don't have problems with the authority. They my sons.
Being that you're talking about law enforcement, I'm gonna bring you right to the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay, saith the Lord.
The Lord's going to repay. And it's another thing you brothers got to understand. You get pulled over for them traffic stops. You go ahead, comply. Give them your license. Get them all about your face. The Lord is going to take care of that devil. Now, I'm not telling you not to defend yourself, because I'm damn sure going to defend myself if a pig put his hands on me. But the Lord is going to get the justice. Cooperate. You know what I mean? What's that scripture? Obey thy adversaries swiftly. Obey them. Give them your IDs. You know what I mean? Take the ticket, but I'll see you in court. That's not time to have no debate with no goddamn pig on the side of the road. It's getting bad for you. You know what I mean? It's getting bad for you because these bastards are criminals, right? They are Roman centurions. They're just like how the Roman centurion. I showed this to Officer Kashaka Ward. I said, look on the side of their police car. They got a patch of a goddamn Roman centurion on the side of every police car. That's spiritual. The Romans centurion police used to oppress. You see, we went to the movies to go see that. What's that? We went to the movies to go see, sir. That movie with the Jesus. What was the name of that? Last year we went to the movies to go see it.
Right. That was the Book of Clarence.
All right, the Book of Clarence. You see what the police was doing, stopping them from IDs and stuff back in the time of Rome.
Yeah.
They was oppressing people forever. From the time of Rome all the way to being slave masters or slave catchers. Bounty hunters, slave catchers all break off the Roman centurions. They were made to oppress the children of Israel. They were made to oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the Lord got something. He got something real good coming for these piggies, man. Something very good.
He got a party plan for them. He got a party plan for them.
Good.
Check this out. I'm gonna bring out this last clip I got. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna bring out some more scriptures before we close it out. Check this out.
At a convenience store. That's when Leon Levin Armstrong. In 2019, a father in Arizona took a man's life after the man tried to break into his 16-year-old daughter's bathroom stall. The father, Melvin Harris, was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Harris was waiting in his car while his daughter and her friends went to the bathroom at a convenience store. That's when Leon Levin Armstrong approached Harris, asking for money. Harris ignored him, and Armstrong went into the store's bathroom. Harris's daughter said Armstrong rattled the stall door, trying to get in. She reported it to security and then went back to her dad's car. As she and her friends came out of the store, Armstrong walked out too. The girl pointed him out to her dad, and Harris confronted him. After an altercation, Armstrong lost his life. Even though Harris claimed Armstrong threw the first punch, he was charged with second-degree murder. He later accepted a plea deal, reducing the charge to manslaughter. He was sentenced to 8 years.
Not guilty of. Now, I brought this out for the simple fact. It was a black man that lost his life by another black man, but the problem was he was so oppressed and so destroyed. All he did was ask the brother sitting in the car if he had some change. Now, he was also suffering from mental illness because who in their right mind go in the store and go try to bust open the stall in the girl's bathroom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who just does that randomly? If somebody's not troubled or disturbed already. You get what I'm saying? Or bipolar. Right. Suffering from some shape or form of mental illness. And
right.
And that's a plague in itself when it comes to our black people. We suffer from these type of ailments, but we didn't suffer from them just because. We didn't suffer from them because of birth or things like that. No, we suffer these type of ailments and diseases because we are oppressed. We are beat down into a fine powder.
Right.
And then we are cracked back out into the world, destroyed.
Right.
We are taken into the Christian church, reprogrammed, and then rewired, and then destroyed, and then sent back out into the world like everything is champagne and rainbows. This is the vein of our existence as a people: Christianity, feminism, and white supremacy.
Right.
This is what we have to deal with. And then, God forbid, the stuff that our children got to go through just going to high school. You know what I mean? Dealing with far more than what we had to deal with when we was coming up. You get what I'm saying? Like I've been out of high school a long time, but I still remember the struggles that I had to go through being in high school. Because picture having to go through 4 years and you are not allowed to get in any kind of trouble.
Right.
So you gotta go through 4 years of high school with your hands tied.
Right.
Try that out. My freshman year, I got expelled. And I got put and I was allowed to come back. And I couldn't even go to detention. You understand? I couldn't do nothing.
Man, sir, the education.
You know how hard that is trying to avoid confrontation in high school?
Oh, yeah.
You know how hard it is trying to avoid, and then it's like they see you trying to avoid it, and then they want to egg it on. You know, how you think I'm good with my words? If you could talk yourself into something, you could definitely talk yourself out of something. Trust me when I tell you. And I had to learn to be good with my words, and I had to learn how to be a good talker because of that situation for 4 years.
Yeah, come on, sir. I mean, one thing about what's going on in high school, like the education is disgusting now. They ain't even bad enough. They're not even teaching these kids anything in high school. They're oppressing you. High school is a breeding ground for criminals, right? They throw you in some high school. You get into these altercations. They're not teaching you nothing. There was one sister that was getting interrogated by the police department, right? Because they wanted to know, she's in high school. They wanted to know where did her boyfriend go. She said that her boyfriend went overseas to Connecticut. Overseas to Connecticut.
This is like the book of James, chapter 2, verse 6. But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you?
Do not
and throw you before the judgment seat?
All behind yes, sir. All behind all this oppression, right? Is some pale face sitting behind there getting rich, right? He's responsible for all these police that's oppressing us. He's responsible for these bad education systems that's plaguing our children. He's responsible for the indoctrination, that the Lyndon B. Johnson welfare program that got all the black men kicked out the house. He's responsible for all the abortion clinics that got black women lined up $500,000 a year to unalive their child and give themselves terminal breast cancer. It's a bunch of rich pale faces behind the scene getting rich. James was talking about it. Don't rich people oppress you? Politicians. Look what East Orange did. The politicians stole all of the money away from the education system to the point where all the teachers got laid off. We need to start looking into homeschooling our children. Look what else they did when they put gay BCs in the damn school. Transgender parades and transgender day. You don't even learn basic math or science or anything no more. You learn about transgender day, gay BCs, or Connecticut is across seas, or how much weed you can smoke and become a drug addict.
This is Black History Month / this is Pride Month too.
Oh boy, yeah, we gotta share it with the rainbows. Then they give us a month we have to share with rainbows.
Yeah, white man say, you know what? Let the niggas in the rainbows have at it. Let them figure it out.
That's oppression at itself. You know what I mean? That's rich people oppressing us. And it was a pale-faced oppressor that was lining Martin Luther King's pockets up with money. It's a pale-faced oppressor that's lining up Creflo Dollar, TD Snakes with money. He getting ready to cross TD Snakes though. Behind the door of your misery, you only got $2 in your bank account. You barely gonna afford a bottle of water, right? You barely can afford anything. Right behind the line is some pale-faced oppressor getting rich. That's what that
TD Snakes already been crossed. You know why? Because he been exposed to being at the Diddy parties.
Yeah, he gonna be indicted soon too. That's coming up next. That's why his wife trying to separate from him.
Yeah, he been at them Diddy parties.
Yeah. You know, his wife trying to separate away from him because she know the indictment coming down and she don't want to be there for the embarrassment. I thought it was for forever and worse to death do you part. Now all that embarrassing, the Christian church is an abomination.
That's what the white man said. That's what the Romans and the Greeks said. You know.
Yeah. That's what the Romans and the Greeks said. Right. Right. And we're being oppressed behind this. You know, it's rich people set up that's oppressing the poor people all around. They controlling all the money and they're controlling all our education. They're controlling what we teach. You know what I mean? They tried to blackball us. They tried to get us off the street corners, but we had to take them to the Supreme Court.
And that's why when I first started class, the first precept I brought out was Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right.
And the gift destroyeth the heart. And the fact that as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they're not mad, is something wrong with them.
Yeah, they're not wild.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're not mad that you're put out your house and your wife got you on child support and she doesn't even really get half, not even a half, but maybe a third of the money that you're paying, because child support wasn't created for the custodial parent nor the child. It was created for the government to recover offset spending from other areas in the government.
Right.
And then by putting you on child support is automatically putting you on probation.
Good night. Automatically putting you on probation. So now you having a child. This is how rich men oppress you. You going to jail for having a child. What type of that's
put on probation because your rib wants to be a bitch. Period.
Yeah, because
one way to cut and slice it. You're being put on probation because your wife wants to be a bitch.
Now, sir, who taught her how to be that bitch?
The oppressor.
The oppressor. Rich men oppress us. Shit, that foolishness that's going through that heifer's head, she picked it up off the Maury show. She picked it up from somewhere. She picked it up out of the show.
They picked it up. They picked it up from the white shows, the white TV shows, them white women. You got to remember, feminism is a white woman's problem.
Yes, 100%.
They want to take on white women problems and then blame us for it. No, that's your fault. That's what you want to do. And then this is why they're getting BBLs and BBWs and all this, what have you, because they're saying, oh, this is what men want. No, we don't want that. Yeah, it looks nice, but we don't want that. We'd rather you be quiet, look all natural, if you could swing it, and be just a little docile. You ain't gotta be like how docile like Asians, but a little docile, a little cooperative, and a little respectful go a long way. You know what I mean? Because a black man got no problem going all out for his woman, you know, for his princess, but she has to meet certain criteria to get that treatment. Like, we're not going to treat you like that because you got a big butt and a smile. Belle Biv DeVoe said, never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison. But again, as long as we're being oppressed and we're getting complacent in the oppression, we will not realize that America is not our home. Right. And we will still continue to be lost and not know who we are. But that's our time, Marshall. We're gonna pick this back up tomorrow. You know how we do. Same time, same channel. And you know what I mean, just hold it down with my nephew over there, and we'll see if Squeaky Clean bring their dirty ass back here tomorrow.
Hey, Squeaky Clean, man. You and your boyfriend, the Rainbow. You know what I mean? Whatever you is. Hey, I don't care if you pale face Edomites or not, man. Come get in class. Well, we could read you your judgment that you're going into slavery.
And if you're black, just check in for 90 days straight. Every day for 90 days straight.
For 90 days straight. Yeah, if you're an Israelite, you black.
You might earn your name and we'll change your way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn right.
Well, with that, Israel, that's my time. Shalom.
Shalom, sir.